Charcloth is an organic material that has been cooked at high temperature until it's black, much like charcoal. If you make it correctly, it can catch a spark and grow into an ember. This material is particularly valuable if your matches are damp and will only slightly flare, or if you have a lighter that won't ignite. If you need to catch any sort of a spark, this is the material you need, and this is how you make it. Chances are, in a survival situation, somebody in your party will be wearing jeans. You can start by using the hem of those jeans to make charcloth. Once you have the tin prepared, all you need to do is put pieces of denim or whatever your charring material is. But you want to make sure that the denim is 100% cotton. If you get some of these blends, your charcloth may not catch a spark. You need some sort of a tin to cook your charcloth in. This is an altoids tin, and I've poked a hole in the top for ventilation. This has been used many times, and it's a very effective charring tin. You can use many kinds of different tins to successfully char your cloth. This is an old 35mm bulk film can. Good luck finding one of those, but I've used it for about 12 years now. It's still useful. These other are small containers. They're all tin, and you might want to consider adding one to your survival gear. This one goes along in a lot of my kits. I don't know necessarily for what, but it's there, and I can poke a little hole in it. I can make charcloth. The same way with all of these. What I have generally found is that you can make enough charcloth in a standard rectangular altoids tin to last you for a good 7 or 8 fires. Once you have your tin prepared, you need to put in your denim or whatever material you're going to char. We want to fill this loosely, but so there's still a little space in there. Once the tin is full, you close it securely, and then we go outside. I'm going to use my deadwood stove to make charcloth today. You want to go outside with this because it's going to get very smoky. You can make charcloth over a campfire, which is what I recommend, because then you're not wasting any fuel or any time. You can make charcloth while you're sitting around waiting to be rescued. But our concern right now is to get the tin on some very hot fire. So I'm going to place it on here, and we're going to let it cook. What we're going to be looking for is a lot of heat. So we will be seeing smoke come out of here. It'll reach about that height, and then it's going to start burning. So we're going to have a plume of flame about that high. It's been about 2 or 3 minutes since we started this, and if you can see that, we have a nice little flame coming out of the top of that. What we're going to be looking for is for the flame to go out and the smoke start to settle down just a little bit. We'll take it off as soon as we don't see any more ignition going on. I pulled the tin from the center of the fire so you could see the flame a little bit. The flame is dying down, so I'm going to pull it off the fire here pretty quickly. So I'm going to take this off now, and what we're going to do is let it cool completely until I can physically touch it with my fingers, and then we'll open it up. When you open the can, your charcloth should look like this. It should be completely blackened. There shouldn't be any brown spots or light spots in the middle, and most importantly, it should be flexible. You should be able to move it like this, and it shouldn't be so brittle that it crumbles when you touch it. If that happens, you've overcooked it. But make sure you test every batch of charcloth. You never know when you might have gotten a bad piece of denim or something like that. This is about how much charcloth will come out of a standard altoids tin, or maybe a little more. This is what I generally carry with me wherever I go in the backcountry. But no survival gear does you any good if you don't have it, so put some in these little bitty packets here, and it's a good idea to put some sort of directions in there. in the event that someone has to use your fire kit, they'll be able to. We'll be talking later about how to ignite charcloth. But this is how you make it. I hope you go make some. Take it out, try it, and test it. It's a valuable part of your survival gear. This is survivalcommonsense.com. Thanks for watching, and go outside.